Hi everyone, I am Ankur Bhatia and welcome to this latest series called Low Level Design. In previous sections, we already learned about the introduction, 5 simple steps of low level design, and NVT technique. In today's video, we'll learn about the strategy design pattern. So first, what is design patterns? So design patterns are reusable solution to common problems in software design. They are like blueprints that help you build clean, flexible, and maintainable code. What it's mean? Like you want to bake your cake. So in place of try and fail multiple times, you can search a online recipe and bake your tasty and good looking cake. So same like design patterns are the proven solution of the common problems. So there are three kind of design patterns: creational design pattern, structural design pattern, and behavioral design pattern. If we want to create any object, so we can use the creational design pattern. So there's the multiple examples called singleton, factory, and builder. They can have the multiple more creational design patterns or different design patterns, but for the simplicity, I'm taking only 2 or 3 examples. So second one is structural design pattern. So if we want to use that how class and objects are combined, so we can use the adapter, design pattern, decorator, and facet, and many more. Third one is behavioral design pattern. If we want to communicate or interact between the classes and objects, we can use the behavioral design pattern, like the strategy design pattern, observer design pattern, and state design pattern, and many more. So let's start with the our main area of focus is strategy design pattern. So what are the strategy design pattern? Strategy design pattern lets you change the behavior of a class at runtime without changing the class itself. It's like giving an object different strategies to do the same job and you can swap them anytime. What it's mean? Let's understand it with an example. Like I want to create a service called uh, Ola service, cab service. In that, bike will charge for the 6 rupees per kilometer, auto will charge for the 10 rupees per kilometer, and car service will charge for the 15 rupees per kilometer. If I want to show the total fare, if users tell me that where you want to go, so how can I calculate multiple for the multiple services or switching the multiple services at the same time? So what solution we have? In previously we can use the if else conditions. Like we can use a string and we check the type every time that like this have a function called get total fare. In that we pass the total distance and the type of the service. Like type is matched with the bike, so it will return the distance multiplied by 6 rupees per kilometer. And if auto, then it will do the same things, and if not match with anyone, it will return 0 or throw an exception. But this is not the best solution, because if I want to add another service like the premium car or something, so maintainability of the code will very complex, and this will violate the second principle of solid principle, which is open close principle. Like classes are open for extension and closed for modification. So every time we have to modify this class or function. So that's not the best way to do it. So let's see how the strategy design pattern comes into the picture and solve this problem. So I'm taking online compiler for your simplicity, so you can uh, do that code and check your by yourself. So in place of using if else, what we can do is we can create an interface called taxi service. In that I'm using a method called get. In that we take an argument of distance. Okay, that's all. What I have to create is I have to create a class called bike service, which implements the taxi service, and I have to override a method public. Okay, so in that I'm just taking an argument of distance, because bike service charge 6 rupees per kilometer. So I'm just multiply with the 6.0 codes. I'm taking the double. Okay. So as like we can use it multiple times for the different services. Like we have a auto service, and auto service will charge for the 10 rupees per kilometer. We have a car service. It will charge 15 rupees per kilometer. So that's how in place of if else we can use it. And at last, I'm just creating a Ola service, which take a argument called taxi service. So in that, I'm just taking an argument of taxi taxi service, service, and in that, I'm just creating a function called get total amount. I can use the same name, but for the simplicity, I'm using a different name. I'm just using this service dot get total fare. In that, I just pass the distance. Right now, I can create an object of this class. So for creating an object, I'm just using the Ola service, this service, and using the Ola service and passing the constructor of the, like I want to use the bike service, so I can use the bike service here. Okay, and if I want to print the fare, so let's store into the variable called result service dot get total amount, and I have to pass distance, like it will go to the 10 kilometers, and print the your here is, we can use a result, and let's run this and see the output. As you can see this, it will show the output of 60 rupees, because it's charge 6 rupees per kilometer, and it will cover the 10 kilometers. So how can I run see for the different services? Like I want to use the car service right now. So in place of changing into the if else condition, or fixing all this, we can use a simple car service, and we can see the price. Also, we can use the auto service. So you can see we can switch the classes multiple times, and it's very easy. And if I want to create another service like the premium car, so let's create a car service. So what we have to do is, okay, just use that copy paste and then use it. Yeah, just add premium, and I have to use just only 25 rupees, and we can use it directly in any class without changing into that class. So I just use the premium. So as you can see this, which is very easy method, and this design pattern solve this problem very easily. So you can try by your own. If you have any questions, you can tell me and ask me into the comments. Thank you so much for this video, and have a great day.